Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now it's Jackson.
Really good play.
Escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
18.
This is Grant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. On first down, it's Grant. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards.
Oof,
says the very
he almost had that
let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Almost got me.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Trubisky to throw.
Oh,
He almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, that was
great
good.
special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Leonard.
Come here, say
Fournette,
leave.
back from LSU. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. On third down, Jackson rolling to his right. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. We're scoreless after 1. Jackson hit.
Let me get that.
Bitch
ass nigga.
Steeler football. It is.
And
It
this
look
is
like
where you
Steeler
need the
football.
quarterback to
It
morph into
is.
being a running back. The ball
You
can't be
don't start
away
running
from his
from
body.
third.
It can't be loose. It
Boy,
can't be
Jackson
held
gotta
like
be
he's
a
going to
passer.
throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take
Oh,
care
come
of
on, don't do
it,
me
we'll
like
see
that, man.
less design runs like that. Boy, that is a
I left Gordon, too.
7-yard loss. Second down now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky flushed out right. And an alley to run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20.
Man,
Here's
that call
how
face
hindsight's
mask.
really
Come
never wrong,
on,
is
dog.
it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option,
God.
taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And the grab by
Ah, that's my fault. That's my fault.
He is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Right.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
80 weapons.
On second down, it's Grant.
Come on, man.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette, and an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fournette running out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along, because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Jackson to throw on third down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
132 fighter. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 1:55 left to go.
That's a bad fucking ball, though. It is. That hole is terrible. That supposed to be way in front. That's it. Weak ass throw.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Escaping the pressure right. Caught by Nelson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down now, it's Grant. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Trubisky, flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Why the fuck you keep rolling outside?
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, all right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
It's caught over the middle by Hurst.
You got that weak
They get
ass
17 on that one. Move the chains. First down,
About
Seahawks.
that.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. It's running. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Boy,
Put
the fuck him up, Xavier.
Right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Please go for it. Sorry, right there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, he missed it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this
Open up
right
40.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go back to Grant. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, it's Grant, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, and he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want. Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? And just a couple yards there down to the 17. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't. No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield. They go play action with Trubisky.
Woo.
And he's able to hook up.
Big Mike!
Steelers.
Get nasty!
Michael Gallup. His first
Get nasty! Oh, wait! Oh, you like that? I told you 2nd half for tighten up, get right. Oh, that was nasty. I know you like that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on, let's get a goddamn stop out here. Come here. Come here, you.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Still sitting to him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
Let me get that. Woo! That was mine. That's because that nigga bingo right there in the middle.
Supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board.
Damn it.
Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Eluding the pressure right.
That ain't gonna be that. That ain't gonna be that.
Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot. Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie, and that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defense.
Yeah, Khalil! Yeah! Khalil. Yeah, Khalil.
And boy, possession here turns over with a...
Ooh, I'm in here getting nasty. Khalil, the drill, McIntosh.
Now Trubisky on first down.
Woo! Come on!
And that is caught.
No touchdown, though.
Bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, and he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
No. I don't want
And
that.
the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here we go.
Sure. What? You trying to cough up our candy, fella? What?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
You got it. You got it.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He finds his target, Fuller. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Falling on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
She was not I was laughing, but she knew I was serious because I called her back. I'm like, nah, never mind. I F that trying to get nice.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense, and what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
She trying to just